I just wanted to say a few words first about this and connecting that in terms of connecting the dots. What's going on in Gaza is a war crime conducted by global capitalism, and the whole problem there starts with the granddaddy of white settler colonialism and white supremacy, which is in the state in which we reside today, called Britain. Nearly every single white settler colonial state on the planet was given birth by the British. Australia, New Zealand, USA, Israel, North Rhodesia, Southern Rhodesia, and it goes on. In Kenya, the white settlers project over there. And connecting the dots, you know, what Professor Gus said about the way that the anti-immigration laws were implemented. Did you hear how we were described? As a problem, yes? As potentially radical and militant. This is exactly how the colonized people of Palestine are being treated. And we have one of our comrades, Dan, you'll remember, we brought a comrade from Gaza here for a national tour in 2003. She was a frontline nurse. Today she's a mother of 2 small children, and currently she's hiding in the basement of her building where Israeli bombs are blowing up all around her. We owe it to them to stand in solidarity. Do not fall for the Israeli lies and manipulation. Britain's war against Iraq was never about Al-Qaeda. Britain's war in Afghanistan was never about the Taliban. Israel's war against Gaza is not about Hamas. You cannot put an equal sign between Al-Qaeda, Daesh, Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas, the Taliban, and the Palestinians, or the Afghans, or the Iraqis. That's a white supremacist trap. I implore you, I encourage you, raise your voices wherever you can and say this is unacceptable. Just wanted to make that very clear. Back to communities of resistance. Oh my God, isn't that a wonderful community of resistance in Palestine that we can learn from and be inspired by? But developing our communities of resistance here, we can go back even further. I mean, look at the history of George Padmore, and C.L.R. James came here as a young man in 1931. The histories are incredible. They are beautiful. Walter Rodney was on this island. You know, read into this the Claudia Jones. I mean, the Malcolm X movement could be called the Claudia Jones movement. We're so inspired by her example. Also with Manchanda, which was her comrade at the West Indian Gazette. But we are trying to develop in our partnership with OCA a way of working at the grassroots. It's called Revolutionary Mass Work. The Black Panthers called it Serve the People programs, etc., etc., etc. We are trying to promote this, and we've had many events. We're really proud of what the work we've done. Malcolm X Movement, OCA, with Professor Gus, we've done events just this year, 3 events in London, Tottenham, 2 in West Ealing. So many, I've just lost count of the events in Oxford that we've done. We also did a beautiful event at the old games hall, right? That's been sold to private developers, and we resisted that for 3 weeks and squatted it and opened it back out to the community. And also in St. Paul's in Bristol at the Malcolm X Centre just a few weeks ago. So our work has been really prolific, but it needs your direct involvement. There's no way we can forward this whole struggle strategically at the grassroots without your commitment, without your creative involvement. So again, it's an invitation to be inspired by what we're hearing today and get involved, to learn the histories and to employ it, and those who know will know, Sankofa style, to look back to see where we are so we can go forward. Thank you, Professor Gus. Thank you, Nigel. Thank you all.